And that directly impacts on your finances?
Of course it does.
Apart from what you spend on overhead costs and all of that.
Absolutely.
So corruption, well, I guess we can tag that what? Corruption, fraud,
absolutely.
Or whatever. So, okay, moving forward, I know you said, of course, infrastructure challenges and all of that. What else do you face?
Lack of finance, access to finance.
Access to finance.
Cost of finance. Recently, we approached a bank to raise just about 7 million, 7-8 million, and the cost of the funds is about 27%. So what business do you want to do that will return 27% in 1 year? And you still want to make profit?
Couldn't you spread that or have an arrangement with the bank where, you spread it out for, because they're meant to be cheap, long-term finance. No. That's what SMEs need. So
yes, there's no cheap, long-term finance in this country, except you know somebody who knows somebody and knows somebody.
Okay, but I guess that brings us to the intervention funds from the CBN and some other groups. Even the private sector have provided some funds. The CBN 200 billion SME credit guarantee scheme. Did you try to access that?
We try to access it, but the requirement from the bank is something that we cannot provide.
What was the key? Let's break it down.
Key one is security, for instance.
When you say security, what do they mean?
Security in terms of do you have a property you can put down?
Collateral.
Collateral. Do you have a property you can put down? If I don't have a property, so I can access the fund. Apart from the fact that the cost of the fund is also high.
Well, the whole idea was for the scheme is to have, for interest rates to be lower because it will be guaranteed by the CBN. Isn't that what you were told?
That is what we were told, but it wasn't forthcoming. It wasn't forthcoming because of the major issue is the collateral. Once you don't have the collateral, forget it. Okay,
so do you know any other businesses, perhaps those in your own line of business, who were able to access this fund, or perhaps outside your business?
I don't know any.
Okay, is that like a network? Because some recommendations of some SME experts, they say that perhaps if we have like a community or a network of SMEs, perhaps in the same line of business, where you have like a network or a support group, as it were, where you can exchange ideas or skills or information or stuff like that. Perhaps are you part of any such?
No, we are not. You see, we are in a unique business line. We are competing with the likes of the Nigerian breweries, the Guinness of this world. All we are looking for is in finance to build a factory. And about 2-3 years ago, we approached the Bank of Industry. And the Bank of Industry gave us two conditions that we found very difficult to fulfill. Number one is the collateral. If you have to build a beverage factory, for instance, you are talking of about 3-4 billion naira. We don't have that collateral. That is number one. Number two, they can only finance the equipment. You have to look for money to do the civil works yourself.
Do you think that was reasonable? Do you think they were unfair? Because you do know that these banks, either the Bank of Industry or any other commercial bank, when they have to exercise or practice proper risk management, they have to first protect themselves. We're talking about ensuring that we have financial stability in the financial sector and all of that. So first, of course, they have to protect themselves.
I agree.
So, but do you still find it unfair, some of the rules or requirements?
No, all we are saying is come and partake in the running of the business. Come and be part of the management. Okay. Put down the money. Yes, you have to secure your fund, but come and be part of the management. Let us manage the business together. I mean, we have the expertise. But you come and protect your finance. I think that should be good enough. I mean, expecting a small company like Tapsan Beverages to go and look for collateral that will back 3 billion naira, where will it come from? We don't have, if you have the money, we will not go to the bank.
But perhaps they want you to, maybe if you started maybe small or smaller, as it were. 3 billion is a lot of money.
No,
so perhaps if you started smaller.
We started small. When we started, we were actually contract packing. We started contract packing from a company called Faltamod PLC. Again, because of the problem of values, loss of values. The first year we did very well. The second year we did extremely well. We actually doubled our turnover. The third year we tripled our turnover. And the next thing was disappointment from the company.
What happened?
What happened? They wanted more. They thought we were making money.
Would you say that the other businesses, perhaps not even in your own line of business, face the same peculiar, 3-4 years to do very well, and then all of a sudden?
Every small-scale enterprise in this country faces problem of people. The thinking is that, oh, you are making money. The thinking is that the money must have come somewhere.
Okay, fine. We've identified the problem. Now, what do you think can be done to change that, perhaps even at management level?
Good. I think Nigerians have to look inward and say to them and stop the craze for accumulation of wealth and start doing the right things. Start looking for money in an illegal way. That is number one. Number two is corruption in high places. I think something has to be done with that. If we can solve the problem of corruption, we can solve the problem of loss of moral values. A lot of businesses will boost in this country.
Okay, within your own organization, you're the managing director of the company. Have you taken any steps to? I know it's a very big problem when you're dealing with people. It can be very complex and challenging sometimes.
We have a very high labor turnover in terms of dismissal of people, sacking of people for fraudulent activities.
Do you bring in experts or consultants to help you, deal with this issue? Having like a reorientation of, for your staff, or talking about values to inculcate values that that are needed.
We did that a number of times. It has not worked.